On September 11, 2001, American Airlines Flight 77 departed from Dulles International Airport located in Washington, D.C. at approximately 8:20 a.m. en route to Los Angeles International Airport in Los Angeles, California. The Boeing 757 airplane was hijacked by 5 terrorists, who flew the plane into the western side of the Pentagon at approximately 9:37 a.m., killing the 6 crew members on board, the 53 passengers, the 5 hijackers, and the 125 people who were located inside the Pentagon. The events that occurred on September 11, 2001 resulted in the loss of over 2,000 American lives. Architects Keith Caseman and Julie Beckman were chosen as finalists in October 2002 after over 1,100 competition entries to design the Pentagon Memorial. On March 3, 2003, it was officially announced that both Keith and Julie were both selected unanimously to design the memorial. The memorial was dedicated and opened to the public on September 11, 2008, exactly 7 years after the tragedy had occurred in the same exact place. The dedication ceremony was held for invited guests only, and was commemorated by the Navy Band and Sea Chanters Chorus performing for the mass audience. The memorial is open 7 days a week as well as 24 hours a day. The memorial took exactly 7 years to construct, unveiling on the 7-year anniversary of the 9/11 tragedies. The installation services used to install this memorial was provided by Burrow-Happold Engineering, costing $57 million to install and $10 million to maintain today. Architects Julia Beckman and Keith Caseman convey symbolism throughout the design of the Pentagon Memorial to commemorate the innocent lives lost that were a result of the disaster. As you enter the memorial walls, as said from Mike Mount from CNN, and I quote, "It stands 3 inches tall at its beginning, representing the youngest person killed there, 3-year-old Donna Falkenberg, and continues to a height of 71 inches, corresponding to the oldest victim, retired U.S. Navy Captain John D. Yabanicki Sr. The benches are laid out in a pattern according to the year each victim was born, from 1998 to 1930. Some rows, called birth year aisles, have just 1 seat, and some have 3 or more. The names on the benches face east or west, depending on where the victim was when they died. If the victim was on the plane, visitors read their name looking toward the western sky. If the person was inside the Pentagon, you read the name looking at the building, facing east." End quote. The Pentagon Memorial uses voided objects such as memorial units to present the individual human stories. The seat without a place to sit is a powerful symbol of loss. It wants to show the mass diversity of all the victims, but also to show how they were all united as one. Julia Beckman and Keith Caseman also employ a motif to highlight the remembrance of each victim of the tragedy through 184 long arch benches positioned within the memorial. All of the benches unite the victims as one while still allowing them to be individually mourned as well. Each victim having their own proper site to be commemorated at allows the nation not just to remember all the victims of the crash site as one, but also individually. The repeated empty seat motif throughout the whole entire Pentagon Memorial gives honor to all the victims of the tragedy one by one. It allows to be shown the magnitude of the whole disaster and symbolizes the innocent lives that were lost. It also allows mourners a proper burial of their loved ones that were never recovered from the horrific tragedy.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Caseman and Beckman incorporate the appeal of pathos within this memorial through many emotional but also triumphant roots, by memorializing each victim individually but uniting them as one. When viewing the memorial, victims are constantly reminded of the tragedy that had occurred there. Each person can read the name of every victim, which gives the individuals a chance to truly reflect on what had occurred there on that tragic day. The appeal of pathos is represented by the small and gentle pool located under the benches to provide a sort of comfort and peace to the people visiting. pathos interlocked within the memorial is very strong in the sense that it allows an individual to witness the ground zero of which this event actually occurred, and to also remember all the innocent victims represented by benches to be commemorated at this site.
No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace.
The Pentagon Memorial itself, through motif, symbolism, and pathos, allows the nation to mourn the victims of the horrific tragedy, not only physically but mentally as well. It elucidates the fact that through struggle there is triumph, and as one nation, we will be able to rise up not only to remember the innocent victims and preserve their memories, but to also move on to a bigger and brighter future.
Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed.
Throughout my research, I learned how deeply a memorial can connect with someone to a bigger and better meaning than just a structure. It serves as a place where individuals can come back to preserve their memories of lives that were lost in the tragic day. I feel that a memorial is a memory etched in stone for individuals to keep in their hearts and preserve for as long as they can. My respect for monuments and memorials has grown much stronger from all my research as a result from the Pentagon Memorial Project.
I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us.
The Pentagon Memorial is still very relevant today in the sense that it is still a very young memorial compared to many others. It also memorializes one of the most infamous tragedies that ever happened in the United States. The attacks that occurred on September 11, 2001 are still an open wound to the American people, and through this memorial they can attempt to heal that wound by keeping those who were affected by the tragedy very much in their memories today. Through this memorial, it puts a great perspective on how life should be cherished and never taken for granted.
Waiting for this moment to arise.
Thank you very much.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free.